We're live!
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the brand new Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and I am here with the amazing Joy. I'm a real content creator, Nickens. How are you, Miss Joy?
Doing very well. How are you, sir?
Oh, I am doing very well. After the headache that was dealing with Google Hangouts not really working out for us anymore, I needed to figure out a way to make a system that would work better for us. So, henceforth, the new OBS sort of system that we have in place. And then when figuring out the OBS system, I was like, oh man, I really need to make a backdrop for us. And Cupid was looking at my backdrops and he was like, oh, that's good, but like, it could be so much better. And I was like, well, you're Mr. Got a degree in user interface data, whatever. How do you think it should look? And he's like, oh, well, I'll make you a new logo and I'll do the thing. And I was like, okay. So then I kept on saying to him, I was like, okay, you gotta like give me like 3 versions of stuff. And so he made us a new logo, which is up on the corner right over there. And there are 2 different versions of it. One where it's a martini glass and one where it's a pink lady, which is a frothy pink drink.
Ew.
And then
thank you, Cupid.
I'm gonna let him know.
Thank you. Please do.
So we have a brand new look, brand new sort of feel. It's weird. We've been doing this for so long that it kind of feels invigorating again. Not to say that it was old hat, but it's just like it's like next level. So how have you been, Joy?
I'm feeling exactly like how you just said. I feel more invigorated now from before. Like the past couple weeks for me haven't been that well, but now I've gotten through a lot. I've had a lot of talks with people, and now I'm more inspired to put content out there. And everything is just falling into my lap. It's great. It's amazing.
Excellent. That is, you know what? It's so weird that that all it takes is like, a little bit of this or a little bit of that, and you could be like re-inspired in a way.
Mhm. That's what I'm doing right now.
How? And then you're. I've been noticing that you've been doing more Twitch streaming, right?
Yes. It's the power of high-speed internet now. Yep. Yeah, we got upgraded with the internet, and I'm able to do more streams and uploading things much more freely now.
That's so awesome.
So yeah, just the whole 360 on my life.
Oh, see, look, high-speed internet can really do that to a person. Mm-hmm. I don't need to. It's so funny. Back in the olden days, pre-Joy having high-speed internet, she's like, "Oh, I gotta connect to the right internet. Oh, I'm at a hotspot. It's connected me to the Verizon hotspot right now." And that's the one I like. It just really confusing. So we're happy to have you in the brand new days of the internet.
Yes.
No dial-up for you.
Here. No, happy to be here.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, there was so much that I wanted to talk about last episode, but I completely forgot.
Oh no. It's funny. I was like, I'm so sorry. We have not really sent a set list or list of topics in a long time. Like, I really just noticed it. I was like, shoot, we haven't really sent any of that stuff to each other.
Yes. Absolutely. And it's so funny because without the set list with the topics, we just like go on rants, which is not saying that we don't go to interesting places, but it's a way of sort of keeping us honest about our experience. So with the brand new Nightcap, we're gonna get back into doing that sort of thing. Just like how I am going to make an attempt to bring us to the next level and get us into memes and interwebs. Push this thing out. I have been, fun fact, I have been watching a lot of Twitch recently.
Oh.
And I'm not a Twitch watcher because I'm like, oh, whenever I watch somebody doing like a Twitch thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'd rather just play the game myself.
Me too.
Yeah. Like, and I think that's hysterical because I'm like, oh, I'd rather just do it myself. But I was watching a YouTube video of a girl named Kira, something with a C, and she did a YouTube talk about, or a Twitter, YouTube, a Twitch talk about how to get into Twitch. And so I like watched the whole thing, and I watched the whole thing, and I was like, oh, that was really interesting. I'm like, I wonder if she still streams, or like, I wonder how big is she, because she did this talk. And so I was watching her stream because I was thinking like, okay, well, like they picked her to do this talk, so she has to be like successful. So it was and she's like a Twitch partner, and I was just watching her to see the cadence of like, okay, like she's one of those people, like she talks to every single the chat. Basically, it's just her playing video games and talking to people, and that's how I figured out that freaking Plague, A Plague Story, Innocence, that game looks freaking amazing. It was the one that I sent you a couple of days ago.
Okay, I was like, I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. So that was the reason why. That was the reason why I even knew that game existed. By the way, I know I'm skipping around.
Yeah, go ahead.
The third season of Jessica Jones just came out.
Yeah, I eventually have to sit down and watch every Marvel show on Netflix.
You should start with Jessica Jones.
I probably will. Because there's an order, right? To how to watch them?
I don't know.
Like Jessica Jones was supposed to be the first one, and then like
it was
Daredevil,
then Jessica Jones, then Luke, then Iron Fist. And then
can I just skip Iron Fist altogether?
Yeah,
I heard it was terrible.
I heard that too. I don't know.
I'll Google it because I know there's supposed to be a certain order you watch these shows in.
I don't know. Well, I know that it would be Daredevil 1, Jessica Jones, then Daredevil 2, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones 2, and then Iron Fist, and then The Defenders. Like, that was the order in which they came out.
Oh, okay.
I know the order in which they came out. I don't know if that mirrors the order that you should watch them for continuity.
No.
Yeah. Though it's interesting, though, I didn't watch Luke Cage. But the mere fact that they were like, oh yeah, Jessica Jones isn't a part of that. I'm like, well, that's bullshit. He was integral to her story.
Yeah, of course. It's so weird.
I'm like, okay, so yes, because like in the comics, they were like a thing, and then they have like a super baby. Spoiler alert. This is like...
So they're in... Well, I mean, I knew that they were a thing. I do know that. I just didn't know how much of a thing they were.
Yeah, it's like an unwanted pregnancy. It's not like it's like, oh, we're choosing to have a baby. She gets knocked up. Allegedly. I don't know. I wikied that.
Okay. I'll find out when I watch it.
Yes, but as of me starting season 3, it's not like she's like pregnant or anything. And like he hasn't been in it since season 1, so.
Dang. They wrote him off basically to have his own show.
Exactly.
Sheesh.
I don't know.
Well, that sucks.
I don't know. So speaking of television shows, what have you been watching, girly?
Um, not a lot, unfortunately. But I have to watch Pose. That's top priority at this point. I've only seen the first episode, which made me think I saw the whole thing because it was like an hour and change. But Pose and Barry on HBO. I think those are my main two shows that I want to watch. What about you?
I watched episode 1 of season 3 of Jessica Jones. I rewatched all of Glow because that show, you haven't watched it yet, right?
Glow? Yeah, I watched Glow. I haven't. Wait, if there's new stuff that's come out, I have not seen it.
But you've seen season 2, right?
Yes.
So I did a rewatch of season 2 just for giggles. I got through with that like super fast. Like it wasn't even funny because it's such a good show.
It is truly.
It's like a good show. Like I find like Orange is the New Black. Like it's kind of like a chore. Like I'm not excited about seeing it anymore. But like
yeah, I stopped watching.
Yeah, like basically I was in a spot where I was like, there's nothing really that I like want to watch as of right now. So I was like, okay, I'll mainline the latest season of Orange is the New Black, and it was good. But I think it's to the point where I'm just not excited about Orange is the New Black anymore. And I think that that's the time when it comes to television shows that you should
let it go.
Let it go. I know what I was going to talk about because I just
Black Mirror?
Yes.
That's the thing. I wanted to mention that I wanted to watch the latest thing. I haven't seen it though, but I want to watch it.
Joy.
I know. I'm so bad. I'm sorry.
You're terrible. We got through that in 3 nights.
My best friend, right? Like earlier today, like literally at 7 or 8 o'clock, I was talking to my best friend. Shout out to Kelly, and she and her fiance were like, "Joy, have you seen Black Mirror yet?" And I was like, "F no, like I've not. I'm so sorry." They're like, "Joy, you have to watch it before we meet up this weekend." And I was like, okay, I swear, I'll watch it. So I'm sorry I didn't get to see the what is it, the striking vipers or something.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, can I give you a spoiler, non-spoiler?
Is it hella gay? Because I know it's like mad gay.
Okay.
Apparently.
By no means. It's funny. The moment that I got finished with it, I said to Cupid, I was like, this is my version. I was like, this is my version of San Junipero.
Oh,
but like, it's not. It's by no means is it my version of San Junipero. But in my very own way, I was like, this is my version of San Junipero. And he looked at me with like deadpan, and he's like,
it's just like no.
It's funny. After you watch it, you'll be like, I could see, because it's funny, the moment that it happened, I was like, striking vipers, which I've been calling it striking vapors, like this entire time.
Okay, it's all messed up.
I'm like striking vapors. I did like, oh my gosh, right now I'm trying to think what the second episode was, because the second episode was really good. Can I give you like without being too spoiler heavy, do you know what I thought was interesting about this season in general?
Yes, tell me that.
Okay, so the thing that I thought was interesting this season that I think some people could like and some people might not like, the thing that I liked about this season just in general is the fact that a lot of the storylines or the themes of this season, I would say, are closer to our reality than in previous seasons, with the exception of the first episode.
Oh, good. I like that.
Because a lot of the stuff is like so like I would say like maybe we're like 50 years from it. And like there are elements to these episodes that are like a little bit far out, but the base work is all like all right here. As far as like VR and like smart home devices, one episode social media, all that stuff is already here. So because of that, it's kind of just a little bit more interesting to me. If you like your commentary about the future of technology to be a little bit farther out, then you might see a little bit of a, you might not be as happy with it, but I actually really enjoyed it.
No, the Black Mirror elements that I think people were infatuated with, I feel are more in that new series, Love, Sex and Robots, or Love, Death and Robots.
Yes, I've seen an episode or two.
Oh, I watched the whole thing, and I was getting more of a Black Mirror vibe from that than actual Black Mirror as of recently. So so now that Black Mirror is separate from that whole other thing I just mentioned, I agree with you. I like it to be more realistic now.
Grounded in what is physically kind of going on now, as opposed to like maybe 70 years from now. Especially with all the cookie technology, which, don't get me wrong, there's a storyline, but it seems like it could happen right now. The cookie technology is so far removed from us, I think, that it almost seems alien. It's like in the back of our brains, we're like, oh yeah, that could definitely happen.
Technology moves so fast. Of course, there's tons of things that could happen.
Right? If anything, I'd love for them to, which I don't think this per se hasn't happened yet, but especially with the weird freaking Samsung technology where like you can like take a picture of somebody and like it can like frame your like lips and stuff. Like it could be like just a picture and it can face map that picture, kind of like how augmented reality already does it, or with the Snapchat filters. But like, so like I could take like a picture of a president and then and then put it on the webcam and it would look like it was the president talking. Because that, I think, is where we're going to get into like some big trouble as far as like, like I could see that being like totally an arrestable offense, is like impersonating somebody that has the authority to cause mass chaos, especially with voice changers. Like, I think that would be an interesting storyline, because that could, I'm telling you right now, it's happening. Like, that stuff is in the process.
No, that's literally too much. That does get into dangerous territory now. And by the way, Rodney's on, so I'm chatting with him too.
Oh, Mr. Rodney, here we go. I see him in the chat. Hello, Rodney. Oh my gosh, my computer is not hooked up to power, and considering the fact that I have 2 web cameras on, an external microphone,
battery.
OBS running, and the YouTube stream just to make sure that it's on, I should probably plug that in before my computer goes to sleep, like it usually does.
Yeah. I'm about to, because you said about OBS, I'm gonna research, there's another program to use instead of OBS.
XSplit?
I want to use, what's it called? XSplit?
Yes, XSplit.
I'm going to try to use that for my streaming thing, because I haven't given up on the Elgato thing that I have.
Speaking of XSplit, I just purchased 2 days ago a Logitech C922 camera, and it came with 3 months of XSplit for free.
Dude, for real?
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
it has
God.
like a little tripod. I put it on the thingy thing. So Roddy, if my frames, if like my web camera looks a little bit better, that's probably why. Also, the angle is a little bit better, and you don't see directly into my my turlet. But I can move it around.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because your webcam looks great to me. And I'm
you
only
have
streaming.
No. You have the one built-in looking.
This is the FaceTime. This isn't like the. It'll look better on the thing whenever I rewatch the video. But since I see you on FaceTime, that's how I see
No,
you.
no. The FaceTime camera that you're looking at, that's my the one connected to my computer.
Computer.
Yes. Just because
Okay.
I didn't want both of them doing the OBS, because then there might be a delay.
That's too much.
Yes, because so I have two cameras running at the same time. Yay!
Wait, but XSplit is not free?
I do not believe it is free unless it's giving me
Shoot.
premium, but I'm pretty sure it is monthly.
Shoot.
But if you get a C922 Pro HD camera for it's $20 off at Best Buy right now. Just the reason why I bought it. Also, I want to like save up my money and get a capture card, but that's just me.
As you should. You should. You totally should.
I'm like, I want a capture card. Capture card. Wait a second.
Capture card.
All right. So Rodney was said that he's seen those videos that put Snoop Dogg and Mike Tyson's faces on old Oprah footage. It looks so crazy. It looks good. And he was saying, no, it's not free.
Oh my god, it's not. And it doesn't work for Mac, right? Because I don't see it. I'm Googling it.
I think it might. I'm not certain. I know that the footage, the program that goes with this, that like you can transparent the background out, and apparently it works actually really well if like you're not like bleh. That doesn't work with Mac right now, which I was very upset about because I bought it.
Shoot.
And Rodney is saying, get an Elgato. I have been looking up all sorts of things, and I'm really upset that the price point upon entry is not like $70. If the price point for a capture card was $70, I would have one right now. I just think it's so funny that I'm very upset. I'm very upset about like the extra like $30 or $40. But as of right now, especially just getting this web camera, I'm like, oh. And then I try.
You're so close.
I'm so close. I'm so close, but so far away. Like, I have a really good mic. I have a really good camera now. My lamp the light that I'm using right now does a pretty good job of not washing me out. I'm like,
I'm right there with you, man. I swear. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I just was thinking about getting a ring light. Because this box light that I have, when I stream, the box is reflecting from my glasses. And it's annoying.
But that happens with ring lights too.
I know, but now I'm like, maybe I should just get a ring light instead of, with a stand. Because this thing is on with the camera. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I'm not saying I bought it. But I was just thinking about it. Plus the Elgato and the OBS, and it's making my brain hurt because it's not doing exactly what I want it to do with the Canon and I, like you said, I have a Yeti mic, I have my Canon DSLR, I have stuff here. It's just getting it to freaking work is what's annoying.
All the stuff. Oh, absolutely. Which is why me having to set up the OBS for this has been such a headache. Which, by the way, Rodney, do you see any delay on Joy's speech to video? If so, just let me know if it's like a second or two, because I can always adjust that sort of thing. Sort of delay the audio if it's coming up too fast. What was I gonna say? Okay, so you know what? I've been watching. Cupid bought a CBS All Access Pass, which is the app for CBS. So we have been very slowly going through the Twilight Zone episodes.
Oh.
And you know what? Okay, so
Are those good?
Okay, wait. So it's very funny. So people that are super conservative, they're like saying things like, oh, it's so social justice-y. But the thing about the social justice-y sort of thing and talking about Twilight Zone is that Twilight Zone has always been social justice-y. Like it it always was dealing with the bigger issues, just in a sort of shrouded sort of way. So I just think that that's very interesting. And then I wonder, like, oh, like, because, you know, some of the reviews are really good and some of the reviews are really bad. So it has me, you know, sort of wondering. There are some episodes that, you know what, the series as a whole, it's very slow burny. Every episode, it's like, oh, it's so slow to finally get to the action for the most part in the show. But I don't know. I'm enjoying it. We just watched an episode last night, and it was about these people that they are getting on this this ship to go explore Mars, and it was supposed to be a 4-year thing, and right before they were about to leave, all of a sudden the nukes are all going off on Earth.
No.
Yeah, and they were actually told, they were like, yeah, don't, like, it's too risky. And they're like, what should we do? Like North Korea and Russia are, you know, nuking the crap out of America, and we are retaliating with our own stuff. They're like, well, they took a vote, but yeah. So they decided to go up. So it's about their mission to Mars.
Wow.
Yeah. So that episode I actually kind of like. And I think the reason why I like that episode was because it was dealing with a big issue, which is one writer said that the Great Filter is it's dealing with higher functioning or high intellectual beings. They're less likely to succeed because they're more likely to cause destruction, as opposed to like lower beings, lower functioning beings, like microorganisms and stuff like that. So the Great Filter is for them to, you know, go on to distant land. So I just thought that was like an interesting take on that. Which is funny because, as we were talking about in Black Mirror, I'm like, yeah, I like my Black Mirror episodes to be like grounded in like what could be happening in the next
realism.
10 years. But like Twilight Zone, I'm like, no, like they're going to be dealing with aliens and like, you know, maybe androids, you know, like stuff that's like so far removed from us. So I think that that's okay in my mind. But yeah, we are enjoying Twilight Zone. It's not like Black Mirror though, where I was like at the end of one episode, I'm like, I gotta get the next one. It's good.
Different.
It's good and different, but I don't know if it definitely doesn't warrant the like $9 a month for CBS All Access. And we don't have like the commercial free one. But I don't mind the slow burn, because if he keeps it on for a little bit, then I'll be able to watch Big Brother, which I haven't been able to watch in years. So.
Oh, wow.
So yes. So I don't. That was a big long rant about Twilight Zone. I am enjoying it. It's just I don't feel the necessity to watch the next episode once I've watched an episode. Oh, and also, they offer 2 different versions of each episode, one in color and one in black and white. Which...
That's nice.
That's such a cute, but I was like, do you want to watch this in black and white? Because I just noticed it. It's like, you want to watch it in black and white? He was like, no.
It's 2019.
I was like,
no.
Okay. There's just something nice about watching, like, new Twilight episodes in black and white. Like that episode of Black Mirror where, when it was in black and white, like, that was a gorgeous choice. Like, that was a great choice. And also, weirdly enough, that was, like, one of my favorite episodes.
Well, I mean, I hope to watch it very soon so that I can also, like, full on be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please. But I can't yet.
Let's see. Did you already mention about what is 99.9% happening on Thursday already?
Am I... well, now that we were talking about the Elgato and everything, I'm back into tailspin mode about trying to upgrade and how to make the DSLR thing go and Elgato thing. So I'm really literally like about to start searching up how to keep the DSLR on. Like, the problem that I'm having with this particular thing is when I go to like when I go to record with the thing, you know how cameras, they have that white square that if you move your face, it follows your face
tracking, yes.
The face tracking. How do you turn that off so that it doesn't do that while you're streaming?
I don't know. You got one of those fancy cameras. I don't know.
That's the shit that's annoying me. I mean, sorry, that's the crap that's annoying me.
Yeah, say it. Break the rule.
How to stop the DSLR from face tracking you?
I don't know, but I got this shitty Sony Handycam that I've never even used. But I always
that's fine.
I always wanted to use it, but I think it's because I was looking, like, the internet is so terrible. It's like the moment that you see something, you're like, oh wow, I just bought this thing for. It was like on like super sale because it was like, I think it was like I think it was a display model at Walmart.
No, those are fine because I see a lot of people on YouTube that have those as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm self-conscious. I once went to Starbucks and ate a bowl of oatmeal before I worked there, and I recorded it because I was gonna vlog, but I didn't.
Ooh.
I didn't. That footage is dead.
Oh my god. I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
I actually have a coworker who just recently stopped working at Starbucks as well, and she was just like, freedom.
Yes. No, it's true. Starbucks is a terrible place. No, I worked there for 7 years and I miss it dearly, but I'm happy to be rid of it. So my Sony Handycam. Aw.
Yeah, it's mad annoying. Having to, but I'm diving back in because today's Tuesday, and I definitely want us to live stream on Thursday at 9 p.m. Outlast, because we've owed this to Rodney specifically. I've owed this to Rodney forever. Yeah. I'm making due on my promise, Rodney. I swear. Thursday, bro.
Thursday
at 9.
Thursday at 9.
Yeah, and I upgraded my other account, my live streaming account on PlayStation. I gave it a PlayStation Plus.
Oh my gosh, no way.
I'm so serious.
So you have two PlayStation Plus memberships going on at the same time?
Yep. My personal account, it's gonna end in October. I'm sorry, August. Okay. So I will renew that one, and then this one I got on Sunday. So I'm ready. I'm invested. This is plan A. This is...
Yes.
There's no plan B. Yeah. I just read that in the book that I'm reading.
Yes.
That I had to get back into reading this book again. Just to... Now I have all this wave of inspiration. Just read the chapter that's like, bitch, no plan B, no plan C, no plan D or E. Plan A.
Well, that's really bad for me because, like, you know me, I'm a plan B person.
I know.
So apparently I'm terrible.
No, I mean you do have backups, and backups are very good.
Yeah, just as long as if you don't use them too readily, which I have been known to do a lot of.
Yeah. And I do know about the play share. I was just gonna play share with you, or you could. I don't know how it would work. Cause I've never done this with someone. Well, I know you've shared games with me before. So now that my internet's really good, I hope that it won't be like a delay or something. I would probably just try to share it with you because I bought the Outlast games.
Okay,
too.
It's so funny. Both me and Joy have. Did you buy the 3-pack like I did?
No, I think I have. Shoot. It's been a while since I bought it. Luckily I have my PlayStation on. I can look at it.
Oh, you bought the digital copy?
I'm pretty sure I did. I want to make sure that I did
Yeah.
though.
If not,
I'm pretty sure.
I literally purchased the physical copy. And after
Oh, wow.
after we get done playing it, both me and you should sign it and send it to Rodney.
Oh my God, Ronnie, would you love that? Would that be weird or would that be fine for you? I would do it. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Just because this has been, I think we're on come August, this is year 4 of Nightcap.
Ain't that crazy?
I know.
My God.
It's
No, I see it now. I only bought Outlast. I didn't even get the Whistleblower DLC.
Okay.
But that was, I don't know how long ago this was that I bought this, but yeah, it's downloaded. I have it on here, so it's a thing.
Joy, we're twinning.
Why? Oh, and I did notice your hair was shorter, way shorter.
Wait, I
and
can't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, I said I did notice that your hair was shorter. And it's way shorter, and it's shaved on the side.
Yes, I
gotta get my hair like that.
I
now.
did it myself.
Oh my God, it looks really good.
It better have. Funny, I used my clipper set, the one that I don't use on my clients. I use an intermediate, like a really shitty clipper set that I bought, and its lower clipper gauges are not like, they don't have enough space between them, so it's like really hard to like try to blend it in. So I was like, it's not working. So I walked around with like a really shitty like fade for one day, and I was like, no, I gotta use my set. So I used my set. I fixed it. So yes, it was a free haircut, but when you factor in the first hour of the fail haircut and the half an hour of me fixing it, that was 90 minutes that I can't get back.
No, not at all,
so
sir.
Like $20 to even get like a shitty haircut at like a place that would do it for $16.95, like the one that I previously worked at, would have been okay. But remember that terrible manager? That's why I would never go to Supercuts.
Go back there.
Even though there are some girls that I know that actually would do a pretty good job, if not amazing job. So yeah. What else? Rodney, how have you been? Do you like the new look? Is this better than the previous weeks? By the way, Cupid designed not only our new logo, but also our new backdrop, which I'm going to move our faces, or I'm going to hide because I can do that. I can hide our faces.
Yeah.
Like if all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I don't want to see Ricky anymore. Boom. I'm not on the screen anymore. And if I said, oh, look, I don't want to see Joy. Oh, look, it's just the background.
No more me.
Right? I just put us back up. But in the future, what I plan on doing is, if there are ever any clips or anything that we want to show, I'll be able to have another scene set up and just switch the scenes. That way everything's like preset, and be able to show off the clips or whatever we want to show off on screen.
I love that. I'm so excited.
Which is, it's kind of complicated to get it set up, but once we get the hang of it and we preset all the stuff, like, it'll go pretty easily and nice. So I think that's kind of the stuff that we need to do in order to level up, as well as I think the new time slot, as long as if Rodney I love how I'm like, as long as if Rodney likes the new time slot, because if he doesn't, then Rodney could be like, okay, I want Ricky and Joy to be on at like 1 a.m. and like we could
I will have to get some coffee and I'll do it.
That's the really sick part. Which, by the way, speaking of beverages, currently right now I am drinking a spiked seltzer, and it's cranberry. And the good thing is that it has 0 grams of sugar per can, and it's only 90 calories. That is not an advertisement. I just wanted to let you know. And the only reason why I know that these exist is because some lady who works at like a wine place, like a liquor store, she had a whole bunch of like lunch bags that were themed spiked seltzer. So that's literally, that advertisement worked.
Spiked seltzer. I want to look. I'm gonna look that up because that seemed cool.
Oh, spiked seltzer.
Spiked.
Yeah, I actually really like it.
Huh. Spikeseltzer.com. I'm not drinking anything currently, but I wanted to drink something a few minutes ago, but I didn't. And I don't know if I should go get it or not.
You can get it. I mean, come on, we're early. It's 11:15 somewhere right now.
I mean, it's 11 o'clock now. Let me go get it because I wanted to drink it.
Oh my gosh, it is 11 o'clock. Yes. Sorry that that YouTube was poopy. That really sucks. It makes me sad. Yes. So the spiked seltzer is alcoholic. I don't know what the alcohol is.
Okay, I'm back.
Ronnie's asking what kind of is this alcoholic? Yes, it is alcoholic. I would. Wait a second.
It should be
natural flavors. It's gluten free, no sugar added. It's just right. It's got 4.5 ABV.
What's ABV?
I guess that's the alcohol beverage volume. I don't know.
My drink's not alcoholic, but I got it. We went to a barbecue in Connecticut a couple weekends back, and they had this drink in the cooler, and I never had it before. And I really liked it. It's called Fresca.
You've never had Fresca before?
No.
You're not.
This is my first Fresca ever. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, what is this? Fresca. Sparkling flavored soda.
It's such a. That's. You know what? It's funny because I was like, wait, you've never had Fresca? It's because you're not European.
Okay. No idea.
They are so good.
This is my second one ever. Now,
oh, they're so good.
But the first time I had it was at the barbecue.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, this is nice.
Yes. Basically, we've just turned into a beverage reviewing show.
It's so tasty.
Yes. And it's like not easy to find either. It's like you gotta like look for it. Rodney said, oh my god, Fresca.
Rodney knows it.
Wow.
Of course he knows it.
And he said, wow. I also pronounce it wrong.
So good.
I call it Fresca.
Fresca.
I don't know why.
I thought it was Fresca.
It is. I just say it wrong.
Oh.
I consistently.
Fresca.
Because I'm European.
Look, I can't blame you for your European heritage and your roots, so it's fine. Yeah. Fresca.
Fresca.
Fresca. It's good. This is original citrus.
Yes. Because they have the citrus and then they also have a grapefruit one.
Oh.
What's next? Are you gonna buy a case of Tab for next episode?
No. I know Tab is hella old. No,
they like are making like it's funny. I feel like every summertime they reproduce them.
Wow, I would yeah. Because Ronnie, for real, like hand to my heart to God. I've never like when I opened the cooler, I thought this was beer. Like I thought this was something. I was like, what is this? And then I saw it and it said soda. And I was like, well, is it good soda or is it bad soda? Like, good. I mean, and honestly, I took that can and we did take other cans, but all I took were the ginger ale cans because I didn't know what else to take. And I don't like grapefruit, so I wasn't taking that one.
Yeah, no. Actually, the grapefruit one I kind of like that one. Oh, wow. And all of a sudden... Wait a minute. Rodney says the grapefruit one is disgusting. Ha ha ha. And then he said Fresca equals Tab, laugh out loud. No, I didn't mean like they're the same. I just meant like as far as like rarity. I think they are equal parts rare.
Because I've had Tab before.
Yeah, it's a 0 calorie. Okay. It's a 0 it was like the first 0 calorie cola drink.
Yeah, That's okay. It doesn't bother me.
Ronnie says they both are for middle-aged teachers that smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. Laugh out loud. Yes.
Wow.
And also, they are very thin with very low voices.
What a good comparison. That's very on brand. Like, it's so accurate, Ronnie. Dang. I love it. I'm so glad I told you guys this, because I definitely wasn't going to open it. Yeah. But now I'm like, I'm thirsty and I want to have some of those.
Oh, yeah, no. Go shoot. Here, wait a sec.
Plus, it's Nightcap. We should be drinking.
Exactly. That's literally... The reason why the show was created was basically just to allow myself to drink.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but no, this is relevant. Last weekend, last Friday, I hung out with my co-friends, and there is a bar/lounge that's down like a couple blocks away from where I live. But literally the same street. And I've never been there. And this bar/lounge is a hookah lounge, right? And I mean, I've only tried hookah like twice in my life. So I'm not a pro at this. But this was my chance, because I did not drive to this place. I took the bus. And this was my chance to drink and to be free and to be happy and all that stuff. So I had the drink. These drinks were great. Shout out to, I'm not going to say the name of this place, because then that would definitely make finding out where I live a lot more easier, and I don't want to do that. But I will tell you what the place is later. But I was able to drink, and the drinks tasted good, and it was probably full of alcohol, but it didn't taste like it. It was light on the alcohol side. But that was a first time in a long time that I actually got to drink alcohol freely and not have to worry about, driving home or anything. And then the hookah, that was the first time I've actually had hookah, like hardcore, and was doing it with friends. And it felt so good to do that. I'm not saying that I'm going to be addicted and going to this place every day, but it was so nice to have that experience of having like a nightcap with my friends. So I was just like, oh my God. And I'll show you videos, because there was a saxophone player that had it lit. Like he was amazing. And then there was a belly dancer and a singer, like another. So like all this stuff happened on a Friday night. I'm like, this place is lit. So shout out to this place that I will eventually mention. But yeah, I'll show you videos.
Oh my gosh, I went to a hookah bar once, and it was a Turkish hookah bar.
Ooh.
It was in Philly, and I had a good experience there. It wasn't like much to look at, but as far as just like sitting around with friends and just like there's just something very nice and conversational about hookah just in general, in the fact that it's like it's so funny. It's like the beta sort of like vaping, well, because the percentage of tobacco, the tobacco percentage is like so minute. If anything, you get addicted to just having fun, not necessarily the tobacco, I would per se. And at that rate, you don't have to be worried about like, oh my gosh, are my lungs dead? Like, no, like it's fine. You do that once, you're fine. Let's see.
It felt good. It made me feel like easy, like chill. Like I felt the difference where I was just like
a little head rush.
Like I was mellowing out.
Which is funny. Funny because nicotine's actually a stimulant.
Oh.
Yes. But it was going to your head. Rodney says, seriously, try not your grandfather's root beer. There's actually a Coke, a root beer, and a ginger ale. They are all alcoholic. And I have to tell you, Rodney, I have had not your grandfather's root beer. When I had the apartment in Ocean Grove ages ago. My gosh. Somebody like left like a 4-pack or something, and I like cracked it open and I had it, and I was like, this is super sweet. But it was really good.
I want it. Ronnie, you know we're chilling, right? Like, I swear, if there's a PSX and you're going to it, bro, which I'm sure you will, you know I'm going to it, bro, we will hang. I swear we will hang. I would love to.
All right. And for all of you not currently looking at the chat, Ronnie just said, Joy, you could have smoked hookah with me and my friend when we were at PSX. And then he got like...
Yeah. I'd be so down for that, dude. So down. Now that I've had this experience of last Friday, I'm... of course, again, like I said, I'm a beginner. It took me a little bit to get used to doing it. But once I got used to it, then I was like, oh, okay, I know how to inhale and breathe and exhale and get it out. Like,
yeah.
I'm a beginner.
Yeah. And plus, you were over the age of 28, so you're fine. Mm. Which means that there was like some research about the adult brain is not fully formed until like age 27 or 28. So that's why it's like really risky for people under those ages to start experimenting with things. And the reason why is because their brains haven't fully formed yet. They are still growing.
Yeah.
And Ronnie says that was his second time ever doing it at that PSX. Knowing Joy, okay. I feel like she would have been a little shy. I feel like she would have, at that experience, she would have been like, I've never done that before. So, like, now if you meet up, she'll be like, oh, heck yeah, I'm willing to try it. Don't laugh at me.
Yeah, because that's how it was the time I just, for Friday. Because everyone else sort of knew what they were doing. And I was like, look, guys, this is probably like my third time. Like, this is my third time, but this is my first time really indulging in it. The first two times, one was at a hookah, like a Turkish hookah place. And I didn't really do it that much because I was still afraid. Yeah. And then the second time was at someone's, like, barbecue. And I just, like, tried it. And I was like, okay, I'm done. And then put it away. So this was the first time I actually sat with it, like, in my hand, doing it. And I liked it. It was nice.
Oh, wait, what flavor?
Nothing to be addicted about, though.
What?
What'd you say?
Oh, what flavor did you have?
Shoot. That's a good question. I think it was pineapple.
The flavors are so funny. I think we had watermelon. I'm pretty like if I were a betting man, I really think it was watermelon. And it was good. I just remember it being good. Like,
yeah. I think ours was pineapple and I liked it. And they had the girls I was with, they had a drink that came in a pineapple. Yeah, and then mine was like a basic, but mine was like mango daiquiri something or mango something. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Rodney had peach and strawberry.
Oh, you fancy. I'm gonna chill with you. We gonna chill with you.
Except for I don't go anywhere.
Look, you have to come. Please, like, I'm praying that if there's a PlayStation experience, it better be, if it's going to be, probably not this year, but if there's one for 2020, we all have to go. Like, we have to go. All of us. It'd be so dope to have Nightcap and PlayStation experience. Like,
oh yeah. And all I have to say is, well, also, okay, so it actually would be very handy for you. And the reason why is because then you'd have a person to
film
things.
I
can help you film.
Well, we would all be filming each other.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, instead of like, oh, I'm going to set this camera over here and hopefully nobody steals it when I get the shot of us walking over here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
You know, because you can't.
But that's what we have our partners for, too.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, and especially because Cupid would be like, I don't want to be in anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can I tell you the funny story about streaming?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So wait, I have two funny stories about streaming. Do you want to hear the very funny one or the dirty one?
Shoot. The very funny one first and then the dirty one.
So I was streaming with I was just streaming And Chris was watching, and I was talking to Chris, and I was playing Dead by Daylight, and I was like, okay, this is freaking awesome. And all of a sudden, Cupid, like, walks into the room, and he's like, he heard me talking to Chris, and he's like, wait, can you, like, turn that off? I was like, why? Like, it's Chris. Like, I know Chris. Like, I've actually met Chris before. Oh. I was like, yeah, I know Chris. Yeah. And he's like, no, but, like, can you, like, turn it off? And I was like,
what's
and
going
then he was
on?
like, he was like getting upset. So I did turn it off because I was being a good partner. But of course I like had to probe him afterwards. Cause like, I'm like, I had a viewer. Why would you do that to me?
Like, oh. Yeah.
Cause he doesn't understand the struggle is real.
Wait, I was just thinking about that. Like, shoot, someone's actually watching you.
I know, exactly. So, especially watching me play like Dead by Daylight, which like, unless you're into like watching
like
Dead by Daylight,
fan.
like it's just like whatever. Just because it's all the same thing, it's very formulaic. It's like League of Legends. Just because it's a battle arena game, it's not like it's telling a story. So that's the funny story. So I was like, oh. And then the reason why I was so upset that he did that is because this other time on stream, all of a sudden, so somebody gave me a gift that somebody gave me a gift that many bridesmaids would give a bride for a bachelorette party. So I'm like streaming and I'm like playing on stream and like nobody's watching, and all of a sudden he just like walks out with this thing like swinging around, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're gonna get me kicked off YouTube. He's like, no, I'm not. So he's just like swinging around. I'm like, no, that's actually like a really serious thing. Like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like, no, because he's like putting it over by his pants. I'm like, stop it.
Inappropriate,
yes, and
flagged.
That video is I'm pretty sure that video is still up. So I just thought it was funny that Cupid was very like coy and saying like, oh, can you please not stream when I'm in the room? And yet I'm like streaming and he's just like
dangling it all around
in a fashion that looked like it, you know what I mean? But I mean, like if
it could be real.
That was his. God bless. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness for friends.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I know. Joe was like, video of.
Not gonna see it.
And that was like a nice long stream too, so like you'd have to hunt and peck forever. But I'm telling you right now, it's in there, and that's the reason why I don't think I am off the air right now. Though I would like to think that YouTube would probably give me a warning.
Yeah, most likely, but we'll see. The YouTube rules have changed.
You know what?
From time to time.
There is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the portion of our nightcap, because now it is getting pretty late, where we have to, this is adult talk, just because you said something and I just think it's funny. So, so it's funny, like I was like looking something online for like a review for something, and all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, there's this like underground YouTube community where like they like review things. And they're reviewing things, but because it's a educational purposes, like they'll be like naked reviewing this thing. Like full naked. Like not doing anything sexy, but like full on naked. Yeah. And I'm like,
oh, I've never seen that.
I will send it to you, but I just thought it was fascinating. I was like, I gotta look that up again. And then it's funny. I looked at that, and then all of a sudden I was like, shoot, is this my personal YouTube account, or did I search that using the YouTube account that I made for work? So I'm just imagining like my coworker just like looking at YouTube and just being like, well, especially because it's like educational purposes, and I have that one blocked for the old people, like that way sensitive stuff doesn't pop up. I have it blocked for them, but that's like educational purposes, so you just see like a naked man at full on peen.
No, I have my watch history and stuff like paused. Like I don't have my history recording things because I never know what the heck I'm gonna be watching one day. So
Yeah, no, I'm really bad. I've kept that up for it's funny. I've had this computer for ages, and then I realized that I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably slowing down my computer. For as long as if as long as I've had my computer, I never deleted the history because this is it's my computer. I'm like,
wow.
if I want to be looking up A, B, or C, like I'm not gonna be embarrassed. It's my computer. If you look at my browser history, that's your fault.
Oh wow. I nope. Nope.
My it's funny, my friend and now coworker Tammy, her brother always said, um, um, would people, like, you know how people share their Netflix accounts with other people? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if people did that, but if it, like, in sharing the Netflix, like, imagine if, like, it showed, like, your like, porn watch history.
No.
Literally,
No.
everybody says that to you. Like, everybody's like, shitting bricks. Everybody's like, I don't want people seeing.
I mean, it's not even like it would be too bad, honestly. Like the stuff I watch, and I mean, I watch stuff kind of like on the fly now. It's not even like I take time to research and find a certain
Yeah.
video, but the stuff that I was watching recently, it's just like, okay, it's here. All right,
Yeah.
done. Like nothing too bad. So yeah, I don't think I would be
neither.
so.
Me?
Yeah, I would.
Me
If someone
neither.
were to ask me like what it was, I wouldn't be so embarrassed to say
Yeah.
it. It's just kind of like I just don't say it.
Wait, did I talk about Pride last time?
No. Well, where did you go?
All right. So this is gonna be my last story, just because we're getting a little late. So
Okay.
wait, I didn't tell you about going to Asbury Park Pride. No.
No, but after you say that, I'll say my pride thing because there was something that also happened this weekend too.
Okay.
So you go with your pride thing, and then I'll
All
say my
right.
pride
So
thing.
I went to Asbury Park Pride, all about, or with my friend Opal, and her sisters, and then Jay. Her husband ended up coming,
Jay!
and so me and Opal were like walking around. It was funny. There was a float. There were like all these floats and all these people like dancing around, and I was around the float time. I didn't meet up with them yet, so I was kind of like sort of like coyly just like watching everything go on. I wasn't like, oh, give me beads or like give me free stuff. Like I wasn't like going ballistic when they were throwing stuff up. I was like playing it cool, and it was slightly dirty story. So it's funny. There was like a leather march or whatever. And I was like, oh, leather. So I'm like looking, and so the guy that like won like King of the Leather March, he was like just wearing like a Tarzan like pouch in the front and in the back, and it was windy, so like you'd see like part of his butt cheeks, and the entire time I was just like looking at the front. I was like, you better fly up. You better fly up. I was looking the entire time. I saw like one like it flew up a little bit, and I saw like a ball. I was like, I'm happy.
Oh my god!
Because I'm a pervert pride. Woo. But also if you're wearing that, obviously, you want people to see your at least one hairy ball. And then so me and Opal, we were walking around, and there was this booth, and it on the side of it, it said Naked Truth AP. And me and Opal, we just looked at each other, and we were like, I want to do that. And she was like, I want to do that. So we stood in line, and so on Instagram, Naked Truth AP, or The Naked Truth, it's a hashtag.
Wait, you told me this story.
Okay. So yeah, I modeled naked.
Because Opal did it too, and then someone walked in on one of you?
Yes. Yeah. No. Somebody didn't walk in on me. The like the zipper thing started to go up, and the guy looked, and he was like, I kind of feel bad, but I saw the booty. I'm not mad at it. And then she was like, don't feel bad. He appreciates that. Okay.
Yes.
So you tell me your pride story.
We didn't go to Pride or anything, but there was Bibi bought tickets to go to this play that we went to and St. Mark's Theater, and it was called Aunt Jack. And it was a very very pleasurable play about
Okay.
bisexuality, which is something that I wholeheartedly was invested in. And I didn't look this up. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't look up I never look up plays before I watch them. It was about a guy who came from a family of two dads, and he had a mom, a biological
Mm-hmm.
mom, who was a lesbian. So he came from an all homosexual
Mm-hmm.
background, and he had a boyfriend, all that stuff. He grew up in the gay culture, but then he goes out on his own and he meets a woman, like a binary
Yeah.
woman, but she's more um like
Okay.
pansexual. She's pansexual, and she's like free. They have an open relationship. So he brought her home, and they had no idea how to take any of the things that he was saying about
Yeah.
her. And he was saying, well, he loves her, but they're like, but you're gay. What does it matter? And then he was trying to fight, like, I can't be, you know, I can be in love with her and I can still be gay. Like, it's not a. So it was just so funny because, in the world, the
Yeah.
opposite takes effect. So it was so nice to hear that on the other
Mm-hmm.
end of the point of view, because they were yelling at him. They were so angry. Like, I can't believe you did this. You lied. You're nothing. Like, I can't believe like, why would you do this to us? We taught you so well, blah, 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 blah. And then the girl was just like, psh, whatever. Like, even when there was a part in the play where he clearly kind of goes back to his
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend, and everyone knows about it, and the girl's like, he loves who he loves, and they were like, you're not even mad at him. Like, such a great play, such a really, really great play. And I felt it deep, because I'm like, damn, that's how I feel about myself.
Um,
So yeah, good.
that synopsis reminded me. There's a musical called Xana Don't, and it takes place in a
Ooh.
topsy-turvy world in which homosexuality is the norm, and the minority homosexuals must battle anti-straight prejudice. Set in a high school, plot revolves around a teen fairy matchmaker and the hell that breaks loose when a boy and girl
Mm.
dare to fall in love with each other. That's a musical, though.
Yes, that's basically what this was, and I loved it. It felt so
Yeah.
good to see that, because I'm like, dang, that's how I feel with people. I mean, not to say anyone's holding me to a kind of
Yeah.
standard, but it's crazy how people are like, well, bisexuality is invalid. It's not, you're not choosing, or you're just being greedy, or
Yeah.
whatever. That it doesn't exist. I'm like, I have to constantly feel, and I guess this is getting a little too deep, but I'm like, I constantly feel like I have to, even though I'm dating a woman and I'm very much in love with her, I sometimes have to feel like I have to make the the point that I dated men and liked it valid. Like, I have to force people to be like, no, I actually like guys. I like dick. Like,
Yeah.
there was nothing wrong with it. No one did me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks that I have to shout at that point when I shouldn't have
Yeah.
to. If I love her, I love her. That's
Yeah.
it. And if I love the
And
guy, I love the guy.
yeah,
That's
and you
it.
could have
Like,
loved previous experiences as well, and that's valid.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to be like, I always have to like make a case
No.
every time someone brings it up. I'm always like, yeah, but I like guys.
Yeah.
And I did that in the beginning with my family. I'm like, I like guys. Nothing wrong with guys.
Yeah.
I love dudes, but I'm dating
Yeah.
her now. That's it. Like, what do you want? So yeah, that was just my help for the weekend. I was like, wow, that was such a great play. Like, I would love to see it again, and would love people to watch it, and it was really, really good. So
Woo! I'm always happy when
yeah.
I'm always happy, especially since you live in a more theater happy place. I always love hearing your theater stories. So that is happy.
It's all baby. It's all baby. Like, baby's the one who finds them. She's the one that's like, oh, let's go see that. Or she knows, like, what I like, and I know what she likes, and then she'll find stuff, and we go, and I'm like, well, I like that. Or, I don't know. Like, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So it's really her. She's really the theater kid
Yes.
in this. So shout out to her, because she's picked really great ones. So
BB.
yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Baby dope.
And in case you didn't see Joy, I actually changed the background to our purple background with the pink lady taking the place of the martini, and I'm going to hide our faces for a moment. That way, Rodney and any future viewers can enjoy the wonderful backdrop that Cupid has provided for us, because he's freaking awesome. So like we could do a thing where I could do like purple for like the first week, and then green for the, I don't know, or like segments. I don't know. So yes,
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So do we end it at 11:30 because we started at 10:15 or 14 or?
Yeah. Well, because we were supposed to start at 10. I was gonna try to get 10 on the dot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My grandma.
I know, when grandma calls you in,
ultimate.
You got to know what's important in life, and one day, she won't be there around, and you better hope you in that will. No, that's not the reason why.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, like I would say, like 11:15ish. Our old starting time approximately. I don't know. I think an hour and 15 minutes is good.
Yeah.
Which we're actually at an hour and 15 minutes and 54 seconds around. Rodney says, "Ha ha. Yeah, what time would the end time be?" Yeah, I don't know. It all depends when we get done chatting. It's throw my wrist. Get done chatting.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So, my name is Richard Pucci. My handle on Twitter is @chockfulofmoxie, and I think I did a Twitch stream not too long ago, and that's on that Chock full of Moxie as well. Just because I was trying to see capture card. I was trying to use the PlayStation remote service, which I used to play video games when we were watching a movie. We watched Murder Mystery. It was better than I thought it would be. So there's so much lag with it. It didn't work because I was like, oh, there's a back end way of doing it. Just capture it on OBS, and it didn't work. It was very upsetting. So on Twitch and YouTube, I'm Chockful of Moxie. On Twitter, that is Chockful O Moxie. And enjoy. You want to say your stuff, even though Mr. Rodney already knows it.
Yeah. Mine's basically the same. It's Joy, N as in Nancy, or whatever. Finity, Finity. And real quick, I actually went on someone's stream and I said hi, like good morning, and they actually said like, hey Joy, like what's up? And then they said my whole name. They're like, oh, Joy Infinity. That's a bomb ass name. Like that's a dope ass name. And the other girl agreed. She's like, yeah, that's such a good name. And I was like, oh snap, people like my name. So I have to find out how to. What's the word when you caption it or whatever? What is it when you make it? You pay it. Passion? What's it called?
Trademark it?
Yeah, trademark.
Patent your name. Yes. You need to patent your name.
I have to figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, no, because your name is amazing.
Yeah, so hopefully I patent it soon.
Yeah.
And, and eventually I'll do like a bunch of other stuff too with that name. But same thing, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Twitter, Twitch, blah. Yeah. Joy Infinity.
Yeah. And then Rodney says, it's not for me, ... It's for all the other viewers.
Yes.
I can dream, can't I?
There will be more viewers soon. Yes. Don't worry about it.
You know what? We do this because it's fun, and we also do it to talk to Rodney. And also, I'm throwing it up in the air. Eventually, if I get what's the name of it? Jackbox Party Games. I have it on my Apple TV, but if I got it on Steam, I'd be able to run Jackbox Party Games on camera and then play them with viewers, because I actually did that with people. I did that on somebody else's stream.
I would love to do that.
So that means, Rodney, we could have a game night, and that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be so dope.
Have you ever played the Jackbox Party Games?
I haven't, but I would love to play.
Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Yes. So, like, literally, you just enter in the code. So you could do that through stream, and it actually works really well. The delay kind of sucks. It gives you a little less time, but you can still have fun. So I'm looking into that sort of thing. But thank you for watching, Rodney, and all the other future viewers. Yes, shout out to everybody out there in the whole wide world.
And Cupid.
And BB. And Chris,
And
even though you're not here today. Chris.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Chris.
And, and Beth.
Oh,
Yeah,
Beth.
we miss you.
Oh, and Opal.
And Opal.
Oh, my
and
God.
Jay.
Yes, I have to hang out with him. I really want to hang out with him more. I miss Opal so much, and I really, really like Jay. Like, he's so
He
cool.
is the greatest guy in the world, and he has to be, because she's amazing, too.
I'm so glad that she found him.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
Me, too.
Because Opal.
Yay. And we are saying our Oklahomas. And I got a special button. That way I could change it to a different screen when it ends.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Look at you.
I know, except
Fancy.
for I didn't configure that yet because I'm terrible.
Oh my god. Oh, Yasumi Nasa.
All right, Mr. Rodney. Oklahoma. That's the one I have to say because she can say that.
Oh, go ahead.